Hello, my sweet friend. It's Christina, and welcome to a new episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Hello, my sweet friend. I am Christina Revalo, cake decorator, coach, and teacher, and I am here to empower my fellow cake artists to be creative and to work together as a tight cake community by providing information and opportunities for all, regardless of their level of expertise and knowledge. If you are a cake artist, cake decorator, baker, or cake enthusiast and want to be coached for success, this podcast is for you. Let me help you set achievable goals, understand that managing your time, having a positive mindset, understanding your customer, selling, using social media for your cake business, and knowing how to teach your craft are all as important as flour, sugar, and eggs. Let me share with you what has worked for me, all from a very personal and down-to-earth perspective. I want for you to put your name out there, not to be stressed with time and working hours, and to participate in cake collaborations and competitions, so one day you will be that cake artist featured in a cake magazine or teaching at international events, just like me. Welcome to the Art Cake Coach podcast. Well, hello, my sweet friends. How are you today? I'm super excited because it's a special date today and tomorrow. Also, there's two special dates for me. Today is my youngest daughter's birthday. Her name is Emma, and she's turning 12. And tomorrow is my birthday. So I'm very excited that my birthday is tomorrow. I love birthdays. I love my birthdays. I love celebrating my birthday. I wish I could make like bigger parties and just invite everybody and make a bunch of cakes. But that's not the case because, as you know now, funny story, my daughter and I almost share the same birthday. She decided to come to this world one day before my birthday. Funny story, I went to the doctor. The doctor said, no, she's not going to be born anytime soon because the due date was later. And I was preparing the party for my birthday. I was almost 9 months pregnant, but I was preparing the party because I love my birthday. And the day before, it was the night of the 4th that contractions started, and she was born in the 5th in the morning. So she was my birthday present 12 years ago. And it's funny because now we share our birthday. We're not going to have like two parties one day apart, one from the other, because it's going to be crazy. So usually what I do is we celebrate her birthday with all of the, all the themes, parties, piñatas, and decorations that she like. And I usually celebrate mine with half of her cake left over from the day before and using, Cinderella or Frozen or Minnie Mouse plates from the party the day before. So I've had great parties. I had unicorn parties, I had princesses parties, I had Beauty and the Beast parties. I had a lot of mermaids, you name it. I had a lot of parties from the leftover decorations and cakes from my daughter, but I love it. I don't mind. Now she's getting older, of course. She doesn't want any princesses or any, special mermaid plates. But her birthday party this year is going to be an afternoon tea party with her friends. She's getting older, like I said, and it's all going to be rose gold. And of course, I'm going to be doing cakes, K-pops, and you name it, cookies and all of that, because I love to do that. I love to do that for my kids. I love to do that for myself. But of course, she's gonna get all the attention. Today is her birthday. I love birthdays, like I said before. And today's episode is sort of an homage to birthdays, birthday stories, funny stories, nice stories. And what I did is I called my friends, my cake friends, in the community Cake Friends Stay Creative, and I asked them to share funny or inspirational stories about their birthdays or birthday cakes they had made, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So today's podcast is quite personal and fun and funny because it's the week of birthday celebration. like I said before, I'm sorry, I'm getting off my notes. I have my notes here, but I'm just getting off my notes because I'm very, very happy about the birthdays. Today, my daughter's birthday, tomorrow mine. So let me go back to my notes. I love birthdays, like I was saying. I have done it since I was a kid. You know, I love the party, the celebration, the cake, the treats, and the time to celebrate with the people who matter to you. So reflecting on that, I like to reflect a little bit on my birthday and started to think about how there are always, sometimes you have like regular ones, like regular people in your birthday. Sometimes you have new people coming into your birthday, and that make you think, all the people that has come through in your life in different moments. I call the regulars, the family, the grandma, the father, all of the people. Actually, my parents know, because my parents live in different countries, so I haven't celebrated birthdays with my parents in a long, long time. But they're always the regulars, and they're always the friends of the moments, the one that come and go. And it's funny because thinking about that, I started to think about like a parallel with the cake world. Of course, this is all about cake, so I'm going to be talking about our cake communities. So thinking about different celebrations and all that has come through in all these years of celebrating birthdays, I went back to think of everything that has gone on and in this past, let's say, 3 years in the cake community. And it's funny because there's some people who stay there forever. I mean, they stay there. People who are still in the group, who are still very, let's say, very active in the group, who are, they're more, I mean, they have become really friends, not Facebook friends for me. And there are others that come and go, but I miss them. I miss the people who I know they're busy and they're not showing up as much as they used to, but I miss them, because at the beginning of Cake Friends Stay Creative, we were such a big and tight group, and we celebrated so much. We celebrated Cake Friends Stay Creative first and second birthday. I remember one of, I don't know if it was the first year or the second year, that the cake artist in Cake Friends Theater got together to celebrate my birthday, and they did live demos for my birthday. That was awesome. For my cake birthday, that's when I celebrate on August, when I celebrate the day that I started baking my first cake. So it's like my business birthday, and all of that made me think a lot has happened since we started many years ago. A lot of people has come and go, but I just want to leave here a message. I mean, I'm talking a lot today. Like I said, it's going to be very personal, but I want to leave a big message, or a message of a big hug to everyone who has been involved in this cake community for the past 3 years, and that has been involved in my life in this last year or last 3 years. Because even though you're not there all the time, even though I don't see you there, the feeling is the feeling of love that I had since the beginning, because you were there, you were supporting the cake community, you were supporting me. So as a thank you as a celebration for my birthday, I want to leave a thank you note to my friends in Cake Friends Stay Creative, the ones that have been there since the beginning, and the ones that have been working hard for the community, and to even the ones that have not been so present lately. But I understand there's a lot going on. You have to go back to your business and go back to your lives. But I miss you guys, but I love you a lot. So that is the first reflection of my birthday. Just a big thank you to all the people that has been involved in the biggest projects of this past years, which are Cake Friends Stay Creative. And of course, have become more than cake friends, have become my own friends. This is the first note to celebrate my birthday, but stay tuned because we have more celebration coming up. Okay, like I said before, I'm sorry, last part I was like all over the place, but I got very excited talking about everything that has to do with not just, I mean, I'm going to explain why. Because birthday, every time I have my own birthday, it's like I love to sit down or just stop for a second and look back to the past year, to everything that has happened, everything that I learned, that changed. And it was a little bit of that. It was just going down to memory lane and remember everything from a year ago to today, and even more to the past, like 3 years ago till today, how everything has changed. And a lot has happened in this last year for me. I mean, this podcast has become, I think, the main one of my main occupations, because of course I have my job, I teach every day, that's my regular job, but this for me is this very, very special project that I dedicate to serve my fellow cake artists. So this podcast, and it has been growing. I have more sponsors than I had last year. I have more followers than I had last year, more listeners than I had last year. So this is a very important thing for me, the podcast. How my cake career pivot into coaching career for cake artists. I definitely don't do cakes anymore, just for friends and family. That's it. But now I have more time to dedicate to the creative part. So I'm participating in collaboration, taking more time to do that. Some things ended and some things started. Like I don't know, the blog ended, but the podcast has started, so that was good. Thing has become steady and sure for me, like Cake Friends Stay Creative. It's there. It's a group that almost manages itself. You're there all the time. I'm just being consistent, being there Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and posting and sharing. And I have made so many new amazing cake friends. Face to face in the cake events. I went to Birmingham last year to Cake International. And all of these people have helped me become the person who I am today. I have my coachees that I have helped, the people that I'm working with, and that I have seen their results. We have sat down for almost 6 months now, or for 6 months now. And I mean, I have helped them organize their time management and set their goals and see them shine, see them thrive, see them succeed. That's one of the greatest gifts. Things that were priority before are not longer ones, and other things have become priority. I have improved my health. I have understand and learn more about not only my finances, but how to apply that into a cake business. So the common feeling for this year is gratefulness. I'm grateful for my friends, my cake friends, my listeners, my sponsors who have trusted me to talk about their products and to share them here. I'm thankful for all the collaborations, all the people organizing collaborations that had given me the opportunity to showcase my creativity and my talent. And this is what this year is all about. I think even though it has been a hard year in some points, like we all know, the economy is going crazy and work is it's hard, and some of my cake friends have been struggling with starting over and with getting new clients. But on the other hand, has been a very rewarded year. So a lot to celebrate, definitely a lot to celebrate. But I don't want to just talk about, the sentimental part and the sad, not sad, but to get all emotional. Now let's talk about something fun about birthdays. So I came up with a list of funny things about my birthday. And then I'm going to share with you some stories from the listeners. What happened is my birthday is on September 6th. That is tomorrow. And my birthday has always been in summer because, of course, I was born in Venezuela, it's always summer, but that's school break time. And, of course, here in Europe is summer, still school break. Now that I'm older, it's not a problem, but now my daughter suffered from that too. That every time we wanted to make a party, everybody was on vacation. So I have had birthday celebrations even 15 days after my birthday, so I can have people over for my party. Like I said before, another funny thing is that my daughter and I almost share the same day for a birthday, because she was born. She decided to come to this world one day before my birthday. So my 30, I think I was 35 when she was born. So I was turning 35 when she was born, something like that. And so it was in the hospital, and my mother-in-law brought me a cheesecake because I love cheesecake. And I was all swollen and tired and filled. I mean, the drugs were still I was still under the effect of the drugs and the anesthesia from the day before. So I have the most beautiful birthday pictures of that day. And she was so tiny, tiny. She just wanted to eat. And she was so tiny. But we got to celebrate my birthday in the hospital. And like I said before, it's been years since I have my own cake, because I usually have leftover cakes from my daughter's birthday. Birthday parties. Birthday parties in my house can be quite a thing, because we have a very large family. So birthday parties with family are very close to sitcom episode. You have everything in there, and people just want to eat. It's hectic. It's hectic, but it's fun. Another fun story is that both of my grandmothers were cake decorators. My mother's side grandmother, I didn't meet her because she died very young, but I have pictures of my mother's birthday when her mother used to make her birthday cakes. Very, very nice. I might share this on my social media. I will share some pictures of everything that I'm mentioning here on the social media. And my other grandmother, my father's mother, also was a cake decorator. She made the most beautiful sugar flowers, which I don't do. And she used to make a lot of my birthday cakes. And talking about my birthday cakes, the length that my mom will go to for my birthday parties when I was a little. I think that's why I love birthdays so much, because my mom used to make these great celebrations. If you're close to my age, you probably remember there's some sets of like party kits that were made of cardboard, but you bought them. And I would live in Venezuela, but she used to buy them from the United States. And she bought, like, I remember I had once a Muppets party. I love the Muppets. So she made me a Muppets party, and you have everything. You have the tablecloth, the napkins, the plates, and you had this big cardboard decoration to put on the cake. And it was like the whole stage of the Muppet show. So in the front, you had like the front stage, and in the back, you have like the backstage from the Muppet show. It was, I still remember it till today. I had one for strawberry shortcake. I had one for Snoopy as well. She made sure that I had everything there and everything matched. When she made, and I think it was the Muppet birthday, she asked for a green frog piñata for me, because we're from Latin America. We do celebrate with piñatas. And it was green. So my dress was green as the piñata. I mean, she will take everything into consideration, and I'm a little bit like that with my daughter's birthday too. I love that. I love to do everything that matches and to have great parties. Let me ask you to share in social media, when I post this episode, something great about your birthday party, something fun about your birthday party. What do you remember that was great about your birthday parties? Okay, back to the list of funny stuff. This is funny. As you know, I think I mentioned here before, maybe you don't know, but as I mentioned here before, I learned English by being an exchange student, and I went to Alaska as an exchange student. In the United States, or when I went there, I had to have an ID card. It was like a driver's license, but not to drive, because I couldn't drive. But it was like an identification card, right? And when they wrote the date, they wrote it from the papers that I brought from Venezuela. And in Venezuela, we put the date in the following way. The day first, that is my birthday, the 6th, the month later, September 9, and the year, 75. Okay. What they wrote it, I think the issue was they wrote it just as they saw it, but in the ID, they take it into consideration first the month and then the date. So my birthday date in Alaska was actually June 9th and not September 6th. What happens is in June 9th, I think it was the day before, I took a plane with some friends. We used to live in Anchorage, Alaska, and we took a plane to Barrow. This is the farthest point up north in Alaska. And we spent a couple of days there. And one of those days was June 9th. And the lady we were staying with said, is anybody birthday today? Because we have this radio show that they celebrate the people's birthday, and they sing happy birthday to them. And I had told one of my friends the story about my ID card, and she said, it's her birthday. I said, it's not my birthday. Yes, it is. Show her your ID card. I was like, oh my God, yeah. So according to my ID card, that was my birthday. So I mean, that was not good, but I lied. I said, yes, it was my birthday. So we had cake, we had a party, and we had, in my name, they sang happy birthday to me on the radio. I mean, it's crazy when you mention it. I mean, a radio in Barrow, Alaska, this person sang happy birthday to me on a day that was not my birthday. So it was like Alice in Wonderland, the non-happy birthday day or whatever it is. So that was it. That was a funny story. So I actually, in Alaska, I had another birthday, and I had a birthday celebration in Barrow, Alaska, the northest town in Alaska. Funny story. Another funny story about birthdays, and this has to do with Venezuela. In Venezuela, we have the happy birthday song. But we have another song that is called, I'm going to say it in Spanish, Que Noche Tan Preciosa. That song lasts, I would say, 4 minutes. It's long. It's the longest birthday song you have ever encountered in your life. If you're Venezuelan, or if you know a Venezuelan who sang the song, you know what I'm talking about. That never ends. And the funny thing is, I don't like the song, actually. I don't like it. I'd rather have just a simple happy birthday song. But the funny thing is that with my husband's family and with my friends that are from all over the world, we usually sing happy birthday in 3 languages. We first sing it in Portuguese, then we sing it in Spanish, then we sing it in English, and there's always somebody who reminds me of the long birthday song from Venezuela and decided to sing it too. So we can spend about, 6 minutes singing happy birthday. Of course, the candles will be melting on top of the cake, and nobody wants to eat the cake because they have like wax on it. So yeah, it's quite a party when we celebrate birthday. And with this, I'm going to go to share some stories about my listeners and their birthdays or birthday cakes. As your cake coach, I am here to help you. If you want to go a little bit further in your journey, to organize your time, set clear goals, maybe teach, work on your mindset, or set a roadmap for results, especially for results and success, I am here for you. Why don't you book a free discovery call with me? I will be leaving the links here in this episode so we can chat, we can talk about what you really need, and we can see if we're a good fit for each other. Remember, I have just one mission in this cake world. First is to unite the cake community as one, and to make you, my cake artist, my sweet friend, understand the importance of investing in you. Like I said, I will be leaving the links here in the description of this episode so you can book a 30 minutes free discovery call with me. And just remember, in case nobody said this to you today, I do appreciate you, and I want you to stay safe and stay creative. Okay, I cannot thank enough my sweet friends from Cake Friends Stay Creative, who some of them decided to share with me some of their stories of either their birthdays or birthday cakes they had made. Some of them are inspirational, some of them are funny, and I just want to thank them because, I asked them and they answer, and that's amazing for me. That's what I do. When I have this feedback with my cake friends, And Cake Friends Stay Creative is, that's for me, is the present, is perfect. So we have a few stories to share with you today. We have Katrina Cosgrove. Katrina shared the story that she's a grandma who made her first cake for her grandson's superhero party, and turned out that was the first cake ever she decorated, and was the beginning of a great hobby for her. Today, she bakes and decorates beautiful cakes, and even though it's a hobby for her, she's part of the community and she's very active. Thank you, Katrina, for sharing that. We have Shayla Simon. Shayla is one of the top contributors in our cake community. Actually, I want to invite Shayla to be here in the podcast with me. She will be here eventually, and she shared two stories. I'm going to read what she wrote. She said, "This year I got a very sweet cake order for a double birthday. My customer ordered 2 cakes which had to have the same design, just 1 different sizes. She wanted as cake topper 2 elephants, a mom and a baby, and she wanted the cakes containing the colors white, blue, and gray. She told me some more details and insisted on the importance of the same look. The elephant, it had to be a mom and a baby, and different sizes. I thought she only wanted to have a nice birthday cake for her son, but after a while she told me that she shares her birthday with her son, and these cakes represent their deep bond. I loved the idea and created her customized cake and edible cake toppers for free, instead of buying some, or just use some silicone mold as a gift for her. She made the cake toppers for free, and she customized it especially for her. That's beautiful, Shayla. Shayla also gave me another story. I got a birthday cake request through Instagram. It was a young mom who knew my cakes from a birthday party she attended a few months before. She ordered initially a big cake and asked me if I could include 2 flavored because her daughter only likes bananas. But her guest, she wants raspberry and fruit filling. She had only a low budget, being a single mom with a major disability, she's almost blind. With a major disability, she's almost blind. So I proposed her to do 2 cakes instead, a big one for the party guests, which was on her budget, and for free, a tiny one for her daughter on top. As designed, she wanted to be a Minnie Mouse cake, but as simple as possible to not surpass her budget. And she asked me if I could deliver it, as she has not a driving license due to her bad view. I agreed and created her 2 cakes fully covered in fondant with 100% handmade, hand-painted decorations. She burst into tears of joy seeing the cakes I created for her daughter's first birthday. She was extremely grateful for those cakes and my full customer support she got, although she couldn't afford my usual business prices. Besides getting paid for my cakes in service, I love to make people happy." That's beautiful, Shayla. And that has so much to do with what we have been talking about, making your customers loyal. Because what you did there, I'm sure, even though she cannot afford a lot, she will make an effort to keep being your customer. And that's beautiful. Okay, this is from Zulema Caro. This is stories in Spanish. I will be translated it. So she said, I have a funny story. In Bahia Blanca, BAs, there is a football club that compete with each other, Olimpo and Villa Mitre. I live near Club Olimpo. I was asked for a cake for Villa Mitre for a boy that support that team. I took the time to decorate it, model the I think it's like the jersey of the club, and all the banners and all the things that are in black, white, and yellow. When the lady came to pick up the cake, and the cake goes, she get into the bus with the kids inside the bus. I'm sorry, I'm just translating because it's in Spanish, telling her that I did the cake for the opposite team. The colors are green, white, and yellow. I was lucky that the cake was for the next day, so I had the chance to fix it, because I was going to do a I did a cake for Olimpo, and it was actually for a fan of the opposite team that they hate each other, Viña Mitre. Okay, you got, I mean, Zulema, that was a funny story, and thank goodness you had time to change it. I have another story for Ellen Marie Barker. She's also one of the top contributors in her group. My son asked me for a Gravity Falls themed birthday cake for his party a couple years ago. I thought making the Mystery Shack would be a fun challenge. My son had different ideas. He wanted me to make the Shackatron. I don't know what's that, but she knows. I had never done anything with any type of structure at this point. Ooh, cakes with structure can be complicated. So completely made it up as I went. It was a learning curve, and I would do things very different now, in particular what I use for the structure. He loved it and pushed me out of my comfort zone, so it was a success. You have no idea how much our kids take us out of our comfort zones and push our boundaries. My daughter, I mean, she's the worst customer I have. She will stand next to me, is like, I don't want that. That's not the color I asked you for. This is not what I want. I just have to kick her out of the kitchen. Okay, we have more stories from Miluska Villanueva Cabello. That's another one of our dear cake friends. She's from Peru. She says, I saw your message that you're going to talk about birthdays on your podcast. So let me share with you something that made me keep going in this sweet path of cake decoration. About 2 years ago, this one is in Spanish, I'm trying to translate as well. It was 2 years ago. I was starting in the bakery world. I wasn't very confident. And I used to receive cake orders without any down payment. I accepted a new client, and I did the cake with the theme and everything that she asked me for. She had some modeling, some carving, and accessories. I told her to pick up the cake in my space at a certain time. Time went by, and she never came back. It was very disappointing. She never came to pick up the cake. Then she didn't ask for a down payment. Always asked for a down payment, and it was emotionally hard for me. Back then, my daughter was in kindergarten, and she was like in is it like a government facility, for what I understand, where they also receive kids that had no parents, like orphan kids. I talked to the teacher, and I told her what happened, that I had this cake, that nobody paid for it, but it was already made, and I took the decision to deliver the cake to the kids, to the orphan kids in this place, and to be shared with them. This was the greatest satisfaction I had that day for my work, because the kids loved the cake and they felt so blessed and so happy to share a cake that they never had before. With tears, I asked them to send them pictures of how they had the cake and they enjoyed the cake, and because kids received them with pure soul and happiness. Since then, of course, I learned my lesson. I started to ask for down payments, but I also value what the people that really values my work. I'm working hard and learning more, and until today, I love what I do. Oh, that's beautiful, Miluska. That's beautiful. I had a situation just like that, but not just like that, but similar to that. Also, at the beginning, I didn't ask for a down payment. The lady left me with a full cake, and I didn't bake the cake, but I had the topper. It was a full topper made, and I later used it for my daughter's school. So yeah, I did that as well, and it's beautiful because at least you can see the reward of your work in the eyes of the kids. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for you guys for sharing these birthday stories with me. And when I come back, let's just give a little break to talk about our sponsors. And when I come back, I'm going to give you a surprise for my birthday party. Well, today's episode is brought to you by Saracino. Not only because I use their products, especially their sugar paste modeling products called Pasta Model that I use for all my collaboration and competition pieces, but also with their free monthly magazine, We Love Pastry, a magazine filled with absolutely incredible, easy to follow, and unique tutorials created by very talented artists from around the world. We have interested interviews and blogs, and there are always ways to win products from the Saracino family. You can download it for free every month, and I will be leaving the links to their webpage so you can enjoy this great magazine every month. Thank you, Saracino, and thank you, We Love Pastry Monthly Magazine, for being part of the Art Cake Coach podcast. And I'm back here, you guys. Like you know, I'm very excited about my birthday. I want to thank everybody who shared their birthday stories with us today. Thank you so much. And I have a present for you for my birthday. I have a giveaway. So what is this giveaway? I want you to go and share this episode on your social media. Tag me on the social media. And when you tag me, you are going to write the date of my birthday in Alaska. What was the date of my birthday in Alaska? If you listen to the whole episode, you know what I'm talking about. Tag me on your social media. Comment if you see this episode on Instagram, on a post on Instagram, just comment, tag me, and tag a few friends in there as well, and just write. The only thing you have to write is the number of the date of my birthday in Alaska. If you're sharing it in your stories, just share it to your stories, and in the text, write the date of my birthday in Alaska. And I'm going to be giving away for one person a whole month of coaching sessions for you. So one-on-one with me. I cannot wait to see how many of you are going to guess what was my birthday date in Alaska. And to finish this episode, actually two things. I want to tell everyone that the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beast cake collaboration is out, is revealed, is amazing, curated by moi, yours truly. I loved it. I mean, the beautiful work that all of the artists showed is amazing. I will be leaving the links here. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in this cake collaboration. Loved it. There is no news yet for a new cake collaboration, but I will be sharing with you when I'm going to release a new one so you can participate as well. Don't forget, go to the link here in the description of the episode of the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts Magical Cake Collaboration. Go there, like the page, give some love to the artist there, like, comment, share, let's make this a big thing. And to finish this episode, I'm going to share with you the top 10 birthday cake birthday themes there today, because I check it online, I check it in different size, I did my research. So these are the top 10 birthday themes that are out there today, 2023. Maybe it can give you some ideas for your next cake. So number one, guess what? Number one is mermaids. That's the one that keeps showing on the top, mermaids. Then we have animals, zoo animals specifically. Then superheroes. Then we have princesses, of course, any kind of princesses, fairies, Disney princesses, they're all together in one pot. Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland. I didn't think it was going to be in the top 10, but it was. Mickey and Minnie, of course, a classic. We're always going to make Mickey and Minnie cakes. Beach and tropical parties. I guess it's because summer. So it's on the top 10 there. Unicorns and rainbows, of course. Who doesn't like unicorns and rainbows? I love it. Dinosaurs. And finally, farm animals or cowboys. Those are the top 10 birthday cake themes today. That is the 5th of September, 2023. So maybe you can get some ideas for your next birthday cake. And I'm going to ask you also, if you're part of Cake Friends Stay Creative, or if you are part of any of my social media, share your birthday cakes, share your birthday stories, share anything funny or inspirational about your birthdays or birthday cake that you made. I would love to see it. And always remember, tag me there at the Arcade Coach, and I will be talking to you and sharing and also sharing your story and posting you on my social media as well. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, today was a very personal, very fun episode. It was all about birthdays. Thank you so much. Today I'm wishing my youngest daughter, Emma, 12-year-old, birthday today. The best for her in the world. She's amazing. She is she's a bubble of happiness. She's pink fluffy unicorns. She's a Broadway star. That's Emma. That's what she is. And I just wish her that she keep being like that forever in her life. And for me, tomorrow, my birthday, happy birthday. Just thankful and grateful to have you all there in the other side of this microphone with me in this special celebration. Thank you so much, my friends, and I will leave you as I always leave you. Stay safe and stay creative. See you next time. My sweet, sweet friend, if you like this episode, if you love this podcast, I will kindly ask you to leave me a started review, whatever you're listening to this episode, that is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and I think a couple of other ones. But in any of those, just leave me a review. Leave me a couple of stars or 5 stars if you like it. So people will find this episode, the algorithm would put it out there, and more of our K community will benefit from it. Share it with your friends. Download the episode and share them. Share them on your social media and tag me, because I will answer you back. Of course I will. And send me comments, send me your review, send me your feedback. Even if you don't agree with anything that I say, I would love to hear your opinion. You can find me in any of my social media accounts. I will be leaving the links here on this episode description. I'm on Facebook as The Art Cake Experience. I am on Instagram at Christina_The Art Cake Experience. Or you can even find me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, The Art Cake Experience channel. So thank you so much for listening. And please leave me your review and leave me your comments and your feedback. I would love to hear what you have to say about any of this episode.